Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy CM and this is CM Reinvented. So I have a guest with me today and I'll let her introduce herself.
Why don't you introduce me? Anyway.
I'm making it move and yeah. I don't talk about love, but I do think that it's real. Doing it for me, but I guess I gotta.
Hi everyone, I'm Tandiwa Siwo. I am a second year student at Ispitz Tanger studying anesthesia and reanimation. And thank you for coming on your show, on your YouTube channel. Yeah. And yeah, welcome to my humble abode. Yeah. I'm glad you could come here.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for accepting to do this again because the previous video we did wasn't posted because I lost the data.
It's okay. I mean, yeah. it's my pleasure. It's a pleasure.
So we're going to be talking mostly about career paths, success, and those kinds of stuff. So to start it, I'll ask the first question, which will be when it comes to choosing what to study or pursue in a career, what things should one be thinking about?
I would say first of all, you have to refine your options. When it comes to the world of work, there are so many things that you can do. There's so many kinds of titles that you can earn. So what you have to do first of all is look at what is available and then refine those options. For example, you want to go into the school of engineering, or you want to go to medical school, you want to actually maybe also law school. There are so many types of lawyers, there's so many types of doctors, there's so many types of engineers. You really have to get down to the nitty-gritty of things, specify what you actually want to find yourself doing. And also when it comes to a job, every job has what we call pleasure points, and these are things that are going to correspond to some of your core aspects of your personality. And for example, maybe you like a job that's going to intellectually stimulate you all the time, a job where you're going to be always chasing new knowledge and learning novel concepts. Maybe you like that kind of thing. It gives you that kind of pleasure and fulfillment. So maybe you might want to find yourself in engineering and astrophysics, and then for others it may be creativity. You want a job where you can flex your creative muscles, so you may have to look at those options. There's art and design and technology, computer science, and all these other things. You have to look at what you're going to find yourself really enjoying while you're doing that job. And for others, it may be teaching. You love to teach, to impart knowledge into other people. You want a job that's going to allow for you to do that. And others, I don't know, like just look at what you actually think you're going to enjoy while you're doing that job. So yeah, the two things you have to do is refine your options, get to the specifics of what you want to study, and secondly, look at those pleasure points. Look for things that you're going to find yourself enjoying in the job.
That's interesting. So there are circumstances, due to circumstances, you might not get into the program you actually wanted to study. So in that case, how do you handle such a situation?
Due to circumstance, like financial?
Yeah, it can be financial. It can be like hours where you go to a foreign country thinking you're going to study something when
it was something else
you're going to study.
Yeah. Well, that is what you have to like. That is where before you actually find yourself in that situation, first of all, as you're making your plans, you have to consider all these things that come into play when it comes to what you actually end up doing. When opportunity comes, one door closes, another one opens. So you really have to be thinking in terms of not fixating on one option only. Give yourself options. Like there's so many things that life can offer a person, and you just have to someone have alternatives. And when it comes to giving yourself those options, you have to refer back to the those aspects, those pleasure points that you prioritize in your first option. For example, maybe it was making money. You like making money, and what you actually wanted to do, you find like that door closes on you. So maybe you can you can look at the options that are available and see how they can still offer you that pleasure of making money, and see how they can still offer you that intellectual stimulation, and see how you can still be allowed to flex your creative muscles in those other options. So you have to attach yourself to the qualities that are going to align with your values and your goals for your career, and not things that you're going to be, not things such as preeminence, where you're looking at where you want to come out a certain way to people, maybe say, no, sure, you're a doctor, you make so much. Those things are not necessary. Those are extrinsic imperatives. You don't have to base your choices on that. Base your choices on what is inside of your values, your goals, and align your options with that. So yeah, that's what we can say. Give yourself options when something like that happens, and see how you can still find yourself enjoying what you're doing. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. So sometimes as young people, we don't really know what to do or what to base our decisions on.
Yeah.
What do you think about the idea of having a mentor or a role model?
Role models.
Yeah.
I am one person that really believes in mentors and role models in society, because I myself am a product of mentors and role models as I speak right now. As young people, as young adults, we're just getting started in this world. We need all the help we can get. We need all the help we can get in navigating the complexities of life. And I believe role models and mentors are such a source for that wisdom and knowledge that we're going to need to navigate through life. So I believe in having useful role models. I mean useful role models because sometimes we may misalign role models when it comes to what they have, what they are offering, or what their philosophy is, and what we actually want for ourselves. I'll give you an example. Like, you are maybe in medical school, you want to be a very want to one day become a world-renowned surgeon, and you find yourself following this person who is a business guru. Maybe what he talks about is how you can make the big bucks fast, how to make your company expand, all these things that have to do with the world of business. And then maybe they were a person that blew up while they were still young. They got rich before 30, and they're giving out that message. And then you are in the medical field, and then you're following their philosophy. You're going to find there's going to be friction somewhere, because what you're doing, the field that you're in, requires you to be patient and invest a lot of time and refine your skills over time. There's no shortcuts to becoming a very skilled surgeon. There are no shortcuts. You have to learn from people that are actually doing what you're doing, even if they're not out there preaching to say what you have to do with the surgery. They're not there being blowing up their message like that, but you have to know where to find them and follow them and see and learn from them. So having useful role models is very important. Align what their message is saying with what you actually want, and also have mentors, people that you can actually sit down with and talk to you. Like in my case, I have my aunt. She helps me, and she talks to me because she's experienced. Like she's in her 50s, so you can assess this age gap between us. She has a wealth of knowledge that I don't know about. So whenever I have a problem, I go to her, I talk to her, she gives me advice. I believe in having such people in your life. At least have one person, an adult who is well experienced, and talk to them about what you're having difficulties with. They're going to help you in things that whatever you may face in life. So yeah, have useful role models and have a mentor at least to help you navigate through life.
Okay. And also sometimes there are obstacles along the way. To getting what you want, like financial constraints, not getting the grades you want, and also family and friends. and even yourself losing confidence on your
Yeah.
career path. So how does one overcome such?
Well, when it comes to obstacles or inhibitions, you find yourself in a situation where, like, something that hasn't. Maybe you're let me just say you're in a situation where you have to make a choice, where you have to make a decision, a very big decision that's going to alter your life in a significant way. And then there are friends and family. And friends and family, when they give us advice, they really do mean well. When your mom or your dad or your aunt or your brother, they come to you and they're telling you, okay, here's what you have to do. They do mean well, but what you have to actually remember is that that decision that you're about to make, the consequences of that decision that you're about to make, you are the one that gets to live these consequences, not them. You're the one that gets to do that living and not them. So for example, you want to decide where to go for school, and then family, maybe sometimes, especially parents, maybe they really want you to go to law school, and maybe you're inclined to go and do art and design, but they want you to go to law school because there are all these other things that they are attaching themselves, their decision to, which have nothing to do with you whatsoever. Maybe to look good. Sometimes parents love to look good in our names. No, my son, my daughter, this, But then your parents don't get to be the ones that are going to study, the ones that are going to go through the headers of law school and whatever. Like, so you really have to listen to yourself. And of course, pick advice, know when to use it and know when not to use it. And in such situations, maybe this is when I would say you may want to seek professional help, because there are people that are career therapists. There are people that are trained to help you make that decision without actually giving you that advice, whatever you have to do. No, they're not going to tell you what to do. They're going to help you come at a decision with the information that you give them. So seek the right guidance and know when to use advice and know when not to use advice, and listen to yourself, have confidence in yourself, because I believe no one should ever have any reason whatsoever not to believe success cannot be theirs. You can succeed in whatever you want to do, but you have to have that confidence, know when to use advice, make informed decisions, and know when to seek professional help or guidance. Yeah, that's how I would say you would overcome your obstacles.
So sometimes also you may not really things may not really go as planned.
Yeah.
And also you may make some mistakes along the way. Yeah. So how does one bounce back in such instances?
Well, there are so many instances I would say for myself where I felt like I failed. We don't like to fail. That is just one thing that especially when you're used to always being the best in almost everything. But we don't like to fail. Even I'll give an example. I myself, like, for example, I play online chess. I play a lot of online chess, and there's so many games that I have won. A lot of if I look at my graphs, my statistics, it will show that I have won more games than I have lost. But each and every time I lose a game, a part of me dies. Like, especially when I was in a winning position, I just feel like I don't know anything in chess. Like, there's nothing I'm doing. Who plays like this? This is, I start blaming myself so much. Not even looking at that one time that I really won in a position that I played good chess. Not acknowledging all of that just goes into the water. I just blame myself for that one instance. Or another example I'll give is that time we were taking photos. I remember that time we took so many photos. We took so many photos. And when I was looking at those photos, I was like, wow, this is how I look like? Oh my god, no, here I didn't look so good. No, here my angle was not okay. No, here I was talking, here I blinked, and then I'll just upload 2 photos out of 100 and something photos. I'm going to upload only 2 photos. And those are the photos that I'm going to show the world, and then they'll be like, wow, look at her, she looks nice. And those are like, there are so many things that you have to overcome. There are so many times that you're going to feel like a failure before you actually come out on top. Because learning takes trial and error. You're not going to go through this life like how can I say, like a sniper. You know, when you're a sniper in the battlefield, they only have to have they only have to have one target, and most of the time they just have to like one shot and that target is down. But life doesn't happen like that. If you're a sniper in life, you're going to, I don't know, like that bullet is going to bounce off so many, you know, wrong targets, and you're going to always have to bring yourself up. Like failure is a part, failure is part of the process. Feeling like you're failed, feeling like nothing is going the way you planned, like that is part of the process. Me, I believe if something doesn't happen, something else is definitely going to happen, because life is that dynamic. So you have to get up, talk to people about it. Of course, like I said, I will river, but get professional help when you need it. When you feel like, okay, you've done everything you could, get professional help when you need it. So it's very important to know when to bounce back, and know when to actually, like, I'll give you an example. When they say you're overwhelmed by something is overwhelming, maybe at work or at school, whatever, try to do something else. Try to do something else. Try to see how else your life is actually rich in other aspects. And then when you come back to that, you're not going to come back to a place where you feel like a failure. You're actually living in abundance. So of course, practice gratitude for whatever you have already accomplished, and also get back to working towards what you have not yet succeeded in. Yes. And one more thing I would like to add is redefining success. What does success mean to you? Like, what does being successful mean to you?
Getting 100 subscribers from these guys.
Of course. So you have to redefine what success means to you. And for most of us, we have this mental picture of what it looks like to be successful. Driving a certain brand of car, living a certain kind of house, you know, making a certain amount of money, having a certain job title. That is success. Of course, that is success, but that is a superficial definition of success. Success, I believe, happens in these moments where you have, like, for example, you just passed the hard test and you passed, you've succeeded. For example, you decided to sit down and learn a few chords on your guitar, and you actually get them right. That is success. And for example, you decided to sit down and write something. Like for me, I write an article and I publish that article and it gets 2 likes. That is success. You know, I've been productive. That is success. Success does not, it's not going to show up one day you're sleeping and then there's a huge knock on your door and then somebody comes in with a parade and music everywhere and a huge platter and they are like, Chomba, here's your success. It doesn't happen like that. It's going to accumulate over time, and then you're going to look back on these instances and say, oh, actually I remember that time I was so scared. I didn't know if I was going to pass that exam, but then here I am. You know, like, these are the stories you're going to have to tell that time when you present yourself to people as someone who has actually succeeded so many times, not just once, but so many times. So yeah, I think you have to redefine what success means to you, personalize it, align it with your values and your goals, and what you actually want to accomplish in life.
Okay. All right. It was an interesting discussion with Dandy, and I'm sure we've really learned